Morning, fellow zombies. I know it's 11 o'clock in the morning. It's about 11:08 in the morning, actually. It's still the 31st of August, 2023. His Lordship, Roland DeSantis, sanctimonious, is giving a damage report of how screwed up the panhandle of Florida is because of the damn Adelia knocking on her doorstep, barging through, and ruining people's lives and homes at this point. The thing what got me ticked off is we're at the end of the August vacation or the vacay for Congress and how screwed up they're going to be when they get back into the chambers and feel like we need to take politicians apart. We got to go after Biden again. Bring out the story concerning about the Hunter Biden thing and the laptop. No, 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 no. We got expenditures happening left and right. Oh, must we do the expenditures? We don't want to do that. You kidding me? President Joe Biden is trying to help out FEMA left and right by doing a public tour here. I got it on MSNBC.
expects FEMA will show up. And when they're in the middle of a disaster, and I'm calling on Congress to make sure you're able and have the funds to be able to continue to show up and meet the needs of the American people to deal with immediate crises that we're facing right now, as well as the long-term commitments we have to make to finish the job in Maui and elsewhere. Showing up for the moment to save the lives is critically important, but that's just the beginning. Just the beginning. And some of this is going to take months and years to make sure we restore the people to the circumstances they were before this disaster hit. And as I said, and to the people of Florida and throughout the Southeast, I'm here to make clear that our nation has your back, and we are not going to, we're not going to walk away. We're not going to give up. We're not going to slow down. And again, we're in a situation where, how can I say it? Some of my colleagues, my former colleagues in the Senate, and people I work with every day in the United States Senate, think that this disaster relief money we're asking to continue to finish the job so far and have enough money to continue to work to save the American people's their lives, their homes, their well-being is somehow, I don't know, not needed, or I'm not even sure what their thinking is. But we need this money done. We need this disaster relief request met, and we need to do it in September. We can't wait. But I'll take a few questions from the press if you have any right now, but then I'm going to go talk to these folks.
Do you have any comment on Overdose Awareness Day?
Yes. Look, I've been dealing with the drug epidemic in America since I was chairman of the Judiciary Committee when I was U.S. Senator. And it has, in many cases, gotten much worse because of the nature of the drugs that are being consumed. And fentanyl is a new and really, really dangerous addition. More young people, no, not just young people, are being dying as a consequence of ingesting fentanyl, sometimes not even knowing it's in the drug they're taking. And one of the other things I've been asking the Congress for, it was need about $15 billion along the border to be able to deal with the technology needed to be able to determine whether or not these precursor drugs are making it into Mexico or into the United States, and dealing with that. So there's more to do there as well.
Mr. President, are you concerned about a government shutdown and how that affects the work that's being done here at FEMA?
It would be a serious, serious problem. I'm hoping that there's a greater maturity to prevent that from happening than something.
Looking to Leader McConnell?
Yes, I have. I spoke to Mitch. He's a friend, and I spoke to him today, and he was his old self on the telephone, and having a little understanding of dealing with neurosurgeons and people, and one of the leading women in my staff, her husband's a neurosurgeon as well. It's not at all unusual to have the response that sometimes happens to Mitch when you've had a severe concussion. It's part of the recovery, and so I'm confident he's going to be back to his old self.
Mr. Biden, do you have any concerns about his ability to do his job? Do you have any concerns about his ability?
I don't. You want to talk to me about
Congress?
Let's talk about why I'm here.
Are the requests?
The answer is I hope he attends the December 27th. Thank God. I am going to Florida. I'm going to Florida Saturday morning.
So a bunch of news in that was not on the president's schedule, this visit to FEMA over on C Street in Washington, D.C., but I think it's a key thing to point out that he did talk to Mitch McConnell. We showed you in our last hour the moment when he froze. It's the second time that has happened to him after a series of falls that he has taken, one that sent him to the hospital, and he had a concussion, and he was away for weeks from the floor of the U.S. Senate. But that ties into the other thing that the president said out NBC's Kelly O'Donnell. He says, we need a whole hell of a lot more money.
Okay, so Yeah, sorry about that. I was thinking about a couple of friends of mine out in Florida, Tony Barnett and Jenny B, who do the cruising shows on YouTube and on Facebook, and they also do their own bookings for other places. They're a travel agent. At least Jenny B is. Their home was in the pathway. Their home was in the pathway, and I had feared, and I'm not quite sure if they're homemade. They were on a cruise at the time when Adalia came up and smacked their neighborhood around. Apparently, I hope they made it okay. I hope they made it home and the place is intact. Okay. I'll be sending a copy of this one over to them. I know they don't like dealing with politics, but if I'm going to be sending a letter over to Tony and Jenny, I'm sorry, guys. Hey, a second. There was a reason why I had done what I done on this video here. Besides crying, it just got me that I'm hoping that Jenny and Tony's home are okay, and been that many deaths or injuries out there. The day it knocked on everyone else's doorstep and just wiped out their homes. I don't know, and I hope that a friend of mine's okay. Cruising family, the trigger word family. And I was going through fire and brimstone concerning about what the Congress is going to do at this point over here. We had a lot of disasters happening, sucking out the funds of FEMA and it depended upon the goodwill of Congress. And if the Trumplicans in office, and I don't call them GOP anymore, I call them Trumplicans, all of them, because they allowed shit to happen in their own homes, in their own states. They allowed state governments to ruin other people's lives left and right. But then again, it's the nature of the U.S. Constitution to allow implied powers to the governors to run their states even to the ground if they had to. There's no federal precedent to remove that option, unfortunately. It's going to be up to the will of the people, and I said it before in my other videos. It's their job to keep their government in check, their state governments in check. It's the people's responsibility. This is how it works. And if our Congress is going to decide, if the Trumplicans are going to decide that they are not going to continue with the budget talks, then we're screwed. Shut things down and shut up my damn paycheck, and I don't know if I'm going to have enough this month to coming up through Social Security to pay for another month. And there's going to be a lot of people with their jobs being affected by this damn crap. A lot of them. And the voters have to be involved. They have to keep their elected officials in check. It's supposed to be by the people, for the people, of the people. Well, somewhere in there's some of those lines. But if we can't do that, then what the hell we got the government system and the Constitution in the first place if it wasn't for the people and for people at all? The money coming from the federal government's budget, when we actually get the budgets approved, they're going to have to keep using it up for other current emergency situations that are still trying to iron itself out. Maui's one of them because with the fire disaster happened out here. Now we got several states being knocked out by Idalia and future stronger storms coming through the pipeline. But we still have climate deniers over there, and they still deny it's happening. And they're going to argue about it. Nature is pissed off at at human. Nature is pissed off at man. They're pissed off. I got to check on my dog real fast. Okay, sorry about that. I was checking up on my dog. Damn near tripped. The government is dependent upon the will of the people to keep it functioning, not to mention the good graces of the U.S. Constitution to give it such power. Congress controls the purse. They make the laws, control the purse. Executive branch usually enforces the laws, does executive orders left and right, manages the defense, does trade relations. But in negotiations are through ambassadors, and Congress is also involved in that situation. Most chambers, if I'm not mistaken. Judicial has to do the judicial review all the time just to make sure if the laws actually comply with the spirit or at least the letter of the Constitution, or maybe both. What's in the best interest of the country. And these are what's happening in our government system. What gets to me is when we have people in our elected capacities forget their place, from the local constituents all the way up to the federal level. We all have a job to do. We have to keep understanding how the damn thing works and to make sure it does work. Otherwise, we got a collapsed system, and then we're really screwed, aren't we? We are dependent upon Congress keep maintaining our country's financial and fiscal health, which means they have to keep passing the damn budget every frickin' year and not having a complete cow over it. When we had the debt ceiling being raised, they had a cow over it. The Trumplicans made damn sure we had this going, and we had the debt ceiling raised since the Civil War. There's no way we're going to get past this damn thing unless we really earn on our GPAs. Uh, Unless we get the gross earned a hell of a lot more, if we can produce it, if we can produce the jobs, if we can produce the taxes, if we can produce the numbers necessary. Maybe, just maybe, we'll save off the next fiscal budget issue, or another fiscal cliff for us to fall off of again. Sorry, my nose is going crazy, so I am snorting and snuffing. I pulled out old Hudson because I was going to be using him for my class project. I'm sending a copy of this letter over to Emma Cruises. She's in another country, and she's got a great number of followers out here in the States. And I'm going to apologize to Miss Emma that Mr. Hudson is going to be part of a class project, and it's going to be including video and text. There is an English project that we're dealing with, an English assignment of a graphic essay, and I picked on cruising. But this one happened to deal with sneaky ways advertisers find to guile and beguile and bewitch us. Misleading words left and right in certain products. I wanted to pick on something fun, and I hope I don't do any damage to anybody else these days, but I swear I just wanted to go ape on this one. I never did actually look at this thing. Actually did a pretty damn good job on it too. Stitchings on it, left and right. Which I'm kind of surprised on this one that M, at least they could have made the life jacket slipped onto the cat. That's sewed on, but it's not bad. Not bad. I'm not quite sure if I'm going to be up for the formal tux, though. Maybe, maybe not. But anyway, that's what's happening right now as it is. I just hope that things are going to be working out okay. And I am going to be sending this letter out. I'll have it tagged up for Emma Cruises and La Lita Loca out there. And I just wanted to give Jenny B and Tony B. I wish I could be crushing your lungs right about now, or your rib cage, Tone. I guess I'd give you a big one. And Miss Jenny B, if this was you, and for Emma, you guys stay safe. And you guys take care. Tony, I'm sorry about the waterworks are coming in again. I just hope you and your home and your neighbors made it okay and safe and sound, and maybe you still got a roof over the head, I hope. You take care, dear friend. You are part of my cruising family, and I hope to God I be part of yours. And to you too, lovely Jen. And you too, Emma. Now, when it comes down for Don, it's a different story altogether. I'll probably send this one over to Don Terrace. Not for a laugh. Don, I know you're hurting, pal. Take care, dear friend.